Come on, baby, now. Twist and shout. Well, not that kind of twisting. Oftentimes when we're stretching an area of our body, for instance, the wrist will stretch like this, we stretch like this, but there's a whole component of twisting stretches like this and like this. And in fact, there's even names for them. This is supination and this is pronation. Hi, Dr. Malka here, your chiropractor and acupuncturist, practicing in Los Angeles, California. And in this video, we're going to do a lot of really great twisting stretches. So let's start with the wrist. So when we're stretching the wrist, you'll see stretches like this and stretches like this. But if you're someone who works repetitively, maybe screwing or unscrewing things, maybe you opened up a lid of a jar that was a little bit difficult and you sprained this, or another thing, we're all guilty of this, we're on our phones all day. When we're on our phones, our wrists are like this. And so it's very important, you're in this constant twisting supination, it's important to twist it in the other direction. And so to do this, let's try this side like this. You're going to bring your palm up all the way over like this and get a nice twist in that wrist and forearm. And then to resist against this stretch, which I find the best way of stretching, is place your hand here and try to push against this hand, but without changing the range of motion. So I'm going to lift up with this hand for 10 seconds with about 10% of your strength, and then relax. See if you can twist this a little bit more. Place the other hand on top, and then again, this direction without changing the range of motion. So I'm going to just push up against that hand. You can hold this for about 10 to 20 seconds. And then to twist this way for a twisting stretch, go ahead and put this hand here, and you're going to be, again, you're not pulling like this, you're going to resist. So with the hand like this, put this hand here and push against these fingers. Again, for 10 seconds with 10% of your strength. And you can repeat this 3 to 5 times. So let's do the other side. Arm up like this, put the other arm on top like this, and push against this hand. Relax, see if you can twist it a little bit more. And then going in this direction, go ahead and do a resistive push. And again, you're going to twist it all the way in this direction. Put this hand here, and then push in this rotation direction. About 10 seconds with 10% of your strength. And if you feel this stretch, that's a stretch you need to repeat. Because if you, like right here, I'm not really feeling a whole lot, but when I went like this, I felt it a lot more. So I would emphasize that side. So let's continue with the shoulder. Again, people do shoulder stretches here, up over the head, but I'm going to be showing you some twisting stretches with the shoulder. That's very important, rotating all the way out. It's a little difficult to do kind of a resistance to this, so we're just going to hold this 30 seconds to a minute, and then come into this opposite direction, a nice twisting stretch. Again, holding this for 30 seconds or a minute. And other side, twisting like this, holding it, and then in the opposite direction. Same thing with the low back. Oftentimes we'll stretch the low back like this, dropping down, touching our toes, and then we'll stretch the low back like this. But also it's very important to do twisting stretches with the low back. You can do this seated, putting this leg here, this leg on top. If this is too difficult for you, just sit like this. But I'm going to show you the more difficult one. Put the leg like this, go ahead and hug the knee, bring the hand around the back, and use it to twist your whole spine. You'll see I'm also turning my neck. Oh, and this feels so good. And hold this, again, for 30 seconds to a minute. Relaxing in between, and then going back into the stretch again. And then let's do the other side. Bringing the leg under, foot on top, hug that leg, and bring the arm back and twist, making sure to include the neck. Hold this for 30 seconds or a minute. Kind of shake it out a little bit. and then go back into it. And you can repeat this 3 to 5 times. And kind of just to show you the seated. With the seated, if you can't quite bring your legs up like this, is to put the hand on this thigh, put the hand behind, and twist. And when you're doing this, you're not twisting like this. You're really keeping the spine nice and straight, elevated, and then twist. You're kind of using this hand too to brace this leg so you don't do a twisting like this. Otherwise, you're losing the stretch. And then the other side, nice and tall, hand on the leg, and twist. And these twists of the low back can be done lying down too. Again, on the low back, bring the leg up and twist it over like this. And you'll see this in some of my videos because I really love this stretch. This is really my favorite one. And then down, up, and twist. And again, with the neck, you'll see people stretching like this, dropping their head down. But a rotational stretch is really important, especially when you wake up with that stiff neck syndrome, where you wake up and you can't turn your head. Doing this stretch is excellent. And what you'll do in that case is you may only be able to turn here, and then you'll want to do resistance, but I'm going to show it as if you have a healthy neck without any injuries or pain. Turn the head, put the hand up here, press into the hand as if you're continuing that stretch for 10 seconds with 10% of your strength. And then the other side, go ahead and put the hand up like this and push into your hand for 10 seconds with 10% of your strength. And repeat all of these 3 to 5 times, emphasizing the stretches where you really feel the stretch, because that means you need it. So if you like this video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification button, because in the future video, these long locks, I'm going to be cutting them live on video and donating them to Wigs for Kids.